The reason why your life is not changing is because you are still where you are. For your life to change, you must change first. What changes within changes without. This takes practice and will not happen overnight. But the sooner you start, the faster your life situation will change. You feel inside that you want to change. You know that you want to change. You think about changing, but still nothing happens. That's because inspired action is missing. Notice that I said inspired action and not just action. To be inspired is to be in spirit. Whenever you feel something inside of you telling you to do something, those are instructions from the universe. Spirit speaks in a very gentle way. It's not a voice, but a feeling or a light push to act in a certain way or to go in a certain direction. Most of the time, we don't listen to spirit because we are afraid and we can't make logical sense of the instructions that we just received. You were born with natural gifts and talents. These are your allies and powers. If you're wondering what to do, is because you have been doing what you were told to do for far too long. To figure out what you want to do the following. Sit down by yourself and start writing on a piece of paper all the things you like to do. It doesn't have to be a career. It could be anything. For example, I like to dance, to jump, I like to read, to speak, I like to cook, I like to go bird watching, I like to go hiking, whatever it is that sparks your interest. Once you're done writing everything that comes to you, look at the list and choose your top 10 things and eliminate the rest. Look at the list again and choose your top 5. Repeat the process and then choose your top 3. At this point, if you can, repeat the process again until you have your top choice. And there you have it, your number one passion that you can start working on. Now think, how can you be of service to the world doing that number one passion of yours? If you can't decide between a couple of your top choices, then think, how can I combine this into one? You will be surprised at the things that you can do. We tend to think that what we love to do doesn't pay money. And so we toss it aside without realizing that anything can be turned into a career or a business. Every new business venture always starts as an idea first. Sitting down to write this list and thinking for ourselves in silence is the real work, not a 9 to 5. This is the way we create our own reality. Once we practice this enough, we start receiving guidance from within. I want to encourage you to start walking your path and stop following what others want you to do. It is time to take your freedom back. Are you afraid you won't be able to pay your bills? That is exactly what is holding you back. You see, kids have an amazing confidence knowing that their parents will provide for them. The universe is our mom and dad. Why wouldn't we trust in the universe? God, or whatever you believe in, is the reason that we are here. And the reason why we don't trust in the universe is because of lack of knowledge of self. Know that you are part of creation, the universe, the one unified field of consciousness. Trust in your creator. Start feeling like a kid again and know that you are always provided for. By practicing this every day, feeling good, doing the things we want, we will be shown the way to success by doing exactly what our heart is telling us to do. This is a pretty bold move in society today, but only those who have the courage to listen to spirit and take inspired action will experience an amazing, abundant life, not just when it comes to finances, but also with friends, family, health, spiritual knowledge, and wisdom. So go ahead and give yourself permission to be yourself. That is your purpose in life. If you're not being yourself, you are out of balance. You are the way you are for a reason. No one in the world is like you. You're unique, an aspect of God that is experiencing itself from your perspective or an angle of light. When you break free from the prison in your mind, aka the Matrix. You have now shifted into a new timeline or dimension of existence. How we see the world is how we experience it. How we spend our time is how we live our lives. By purposely focusing on what our heart desires, we start to attract all necessary components to manifest our realities. The same goes for putting our attention on what we don't want. So be mindful and start guarding your mind. Be careful what you see, what you hear, what you say, and more importantly, what you think. You now know that you are responsible for your own life. Everything that happens in it is the result of your own thinking. With that in mind, you can now see why your life is not changing in the way that you want. You're listening to this message for a reason. If you don't start applying these changes now, life will bring you more experiences that will reflect what you are creating. More pain, more sadness, disappointments, and struggles. Until you decide you will stop doing that and start creating what your heart desires. If you say you don't know what your heart desires, I'm here to tell you that is not true. What your heart desires is what you love to do. You have spent so many years chasing after what society has convinced you to go after, and that has caused you to push away your heart desires. The good news is that it only takes a few minutes if you sit down by yourself in a quiet place and start focusing on the things that make you happy and excited. With practice, your life will change and you will have exited the matrix, which is the lower mind. At this point, you trust in the ultimate power, which is the higher self, the Most High. If you put yourself first, not the ego, but your higher self, everything you need will be provided. So trust. Trust in the universe, trust in God, trust in yourself. Go ahead and start creating the life you want. Now is your chance. I love myself. Therefore, I love you. And there is a reason this message found you. Like and subscribe to help this channel grow. By doing so, the algorithm will put this video in front of others that might need to hear the message. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.